Is social media bad for mental health? This question sparks countless debates worldwide. The digital age has brought about a global phenomenon that touches billions, making it a topic of relevance and urgency. In this video, we'll dissect this burning question from various angles, introducing a debate format that considers different viewpoints. We'll explore the impact on diverse age groups, from teens to adults, and the role of cyberbullying. Join us as we delve deeper into the multifaceted impact of social media on different age groups. First, we turn to the youth, the primary consumers of social media. This generation, born into the digital world, is navigating uncharted territory, where the line between online and offline life often blurs. The effects of social media on young people are multifaceted and complex. A primary concern is the impact on self-esteem. It's common for young people to compare their lives and appearances to the often idealized images they see online. Behind every perfect selfie is a multitude of discarded attempts. And yet, many young people believe that they're seeing a true representation of someone else's life. This comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and lower self-esteem. Body image is another area of concern. Picture-perfect photos, often enhanced by filters and editing tools, set unrealistic beauty standards. This digital distortion of beauty can lead to negative body image and, in some cases, even eating disorders. According to a study by the Royal Society for Public Health in the United Kingdom, 7 in 10 young people have experienced cyberbullying, with Instagram being the worst offender. Speaking of cyberbullying, it's a dark side of social media that can't be ignored. This form of harassment, which takes place online, can have severe psychological effects. Victims often feel isolated and powerless, leading to anxiety, depression, and in the worst cases, even suicidal thoughts. In fact, a study by the National Institutes of Health found that victims of cyberbullying are twice as likely to attempt suicide and self-harm. However, it's important to note that social media isn't inherently harmful. It's how it's used that matters. It can be a platform for positive interaction, a source of information, and a tool for self-expression. The key is to encourage young people to use it responsibly, promoting positive online behavior and fostering a healthy relationship with these platforms. It's clear that the young are heavily impacted, but what about the adults? Before we continue, remember to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll join our community of like-minded individuals. Together, we can achieve success and wealth as we learn, grow, and support each other. Click subscribe now, and let's dive back into today's topic. Now, let's shift our focus to adults who are not immune to the effects of social media. Social media, while a powerful tool for connectivity, can have profound impacts on adults' lives, particularly in terms of work-life balance, relationships, and mental health. Consider the work-life balance. In this digital age, more and more adults find themselves tied to their jobs beyond the traditional 9-to-5 schedule. Social media platforms like LinkedIn, while great for networking and career opportunities, can blur the boundary between work and personal time. The constant notifications and updates can create a sense of obligation to always be on, leading to burnout and stress. In the realm of relationships, social media can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows us to keep in touch with friends and family around the world. Yet, it can also create a false sense of intimacy. We see highlight reels of others' lives and start comparing, often negatively impacting our self-esteem and satisfaction with our own lives. And let's talk about mental health. Numerous studies have shown a correlation between excessive social media use and increased levels of anxiety and depression in adults. The constant exposure to perfectly curated lives can lead to feelings of inadequacy and loneliness. Furthermore, the addictive nature of these platforms can lead to unhealthy habits, such as excessive screen time and lack of physical activity. Take the example of Jane, a successful lawyer who found herself constantly checking her social media feeds, even at work. She started comparing her life to her peers, feeling inadequate despite her accomplishments. It was only when she started experiencing anxiety attacks that she decided to limit her social media use and seek professional help. So, it's not just the young ones. Adults too face the brunt. But is there a responsible way to use social media? Responsibility, a word often overlooked in the realm of social media. Yet, it's the cornerstone of how we should approach these digital platforms. Social media can be a double-edged sword. It can either empower us or lead us down a path of self-doubt and anxiety. But with responsible use, we can tip the balance in our favor. Let's start by talking about time management. The endless scroll of news feeds can be enticing, but it's crucial to set boundaries. Consider allocating specific social media hours in your day and strive to stick to them. Remember, the world outside your screen is brimming with experiences waiting to be explored. Next, let's tackle the comparison trap. It's easy to look at others' highlight reels and feel inadequate. But remember, social media isn't a mirror of reality. It's a curated collection of the best moments, often leaving out the struggles and the mundane. So next time you're scrolling through your feed, remind yourself not to compare your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. Now, onto a topic that's unfortunately prevalent: cyberbullying. If you witness or experience it, don't stay silent. Report it. Social media platforms have mechanisms in place to deal with such incidents. Use them. By standing up against cyberbullying, you're not just protecting yourself, but also creating a safer online community for others. Finally, remember that your worth isn't defined by likes, shares, or followers. You are more than a digital persona. Instead of seeking validation online, find it within yourself. Cultivate self-love and self-esteem away from the prying eyes of social media. In conclusion, responsible social media use involves setting time limits, not falling into the comparison trap, standing up against cyberbullying, and seeking validation from within. Implementing these guidelines can help you maintain a healthier relationship with social media. Using social media responsibly can mitigate its negative impacts, but are there alternatives? In a world seemingly dominated by social media, are there alternatives? Absolutely, there are. And they're not just alternatives, but enriching experiences that can add a different flavor to our lives. One of the most valuable alternatives is good old-fashioned face-to-face socialization. Nothing beats the warmth of a real-life conversation, the joy of a shared laugh, and the comfort of a sympathetic ear. This isn't just about hanging out with friends, but also involves engaging in community events, joining clubs or societies, or even volunteering for a cause that's close to your heart. Such experiences not only enhance our social skills, but also build a sense of belonging and camaraderie, something that 100 likes on a post can never replicate. Moving on, how about embracing the great outdoors? Remember, there's a beautiful world out there, far beyond the confines of our screens. Outdoor activities, be it hiking, camping, cycling, or even a simple walk in the park can be incredibly refreshing. They not only provide a break from the digital world, but also have proven health benefits, such as improved mood, increased energy levels, and better physical health. Now, let's talk hobbies. Ever wanted to learn to play a musical instrument, paint a landscape, or master the art of baking? Well, there's no time like the present. Hobbies not only give us a productive break from social media, but they also help us learn new skills, express our creativity, and even discover new passions. Podcasts and books, too, make for great alternatives. They provide an opportunity to learn, to delve into different worlds, and to explore new ideas, all while giving our eyes a much-needed break from the screen. Of course, social media has its place and can be a wonderful tool when used responsibly. But remember, it's not the only way to connect, learn, or entertain ourselves. Exploring alternatives to social media can provide a refreshing break. But what is our final takeaway? Well, let's find out in the next scene. So, is social media bad for mental health? The answer isn't as simple as yes or no. We've heard from the youth and adults, and their perspectives are as diverse as they are. Some see social media as a platform for connection and creativity, while others view it as a breeding ground for stress and cyberbullying. That being said, it's important to remember that social media is just a tool. Like a paintbrush or a pen, it can be used to create masterpieces or to scribble thoughtlessly. How we use it makes all the difference. The youth perspective reminds us of the potential for innovation, connection, and expression that social media provides. On the flip side, the adult perspective warns us of the risks that come with misuse, such as addiction and cyberbullying. The concept of social media responsibility is crucial here. It's about understanding the power of these platforms, being aware of our digital footprint, and using these tools wisely. It's about not letting the virtual world dictate our self-worth or our perception of reality. Alternatives to social media, like spending time in nature, reading, or engaging in real-world social activities, can also provide a healthy balance. The impact of social media on mental health is complex and multifaceted. It's a tool that can be both beneficial and harmful. The key lies in how we choose to use it. Thanks for watching. Embrace the shadows, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video. Until then, harness the darkness and forge your path to greatness.